This has been a Gildan audio production. For more affordable life-changing audio programs, visit our website at gildanmedia.com.
A Long, Bright Future. Happiness, Health, and Financial Security in an Age of Increased Longevity. Written by Laura Karstensen, Ph.D. Read by Walter Dixon. Introduction. Those of us living today have been handed a remarkable gift with no strings attached, an extra 30 years of life for the average person. Now that gift is forcing us to answer a uniquely 21st century question. What are we going to do with supersized lives? I've asked a lot of people where they'd like to insert extra years into their lives. Trust me, no one ever says, "Let's stretch out old age." Yet strangely, this is exactly what we've been doing. Life expectancy nearly doubled, and we tacked all of them on at the end. Instead of rejoicing about the near elimination of premature death, most of us are uneasy about lives that extend increasingly into triple digits. Old age itself is a new phenomenon. Sure, a few people in every epoch hung in there long enough to be considered old, but they were outliers, not the norm. For most humans historically, life expectancy was just shy of 20 years, barely long enough to ensure the survival of the species. Over time, that norm slowly crept upward, hitting the mid-30s in the 19th century. Then, in the blink of an eye in evolutionary terms, the average lifetime increased dramatically. By the end of the 20th century, life expectancy was 77 years. Today it is 78. What's wild is that 78 is just an average. Many among us today are breezing past 80, 90, and beyond. Today, there are more than 70,000 centenarians in the United States, roughly 4 times the number there was just 10 years ago. According to the U.S. Census, that number will likely exceed 1 million by 2050, and that's a conservative estimate. Nervous folks who direct pension plans are considering the possibility that a far larger number will reach 100. One prominent demographer has suggested that most of the children born in the developed world since 2000 will live for a century. Children who are now in grade school will grow up in societies filled with old people. Most children, not just a lucky few, will grow up in families in which 4 or 5 generations are alive at the same time. The population pyramid, that classic demographer's illustration showing an enormous baseline of
Sample complete. Ready to continue?